what you'll learn this week on Net Talk Live, the Internet Talk Show. You'll learn about high-definition broadcasts and how to get HDTV on your computer. And we'll teach you how to use the web to get your local traffic reports right when you need them. We'll also tell you everything you need to know about using video software on a Power Mac. We'll give you the word on Napster and other websites with digital music downloads. And get ready for more weird and wacky websites with a visit to the Main Street Internet Cafe. We'll even take you to a kids site that has lots of fun games and teaching tools in a safe place online. And you won't want to miss our special report as we take you inside the studios of one of the hottest entertainment websites. And coming up, it's another of our Internet's funniest downloads. Get on the web now and follow along with Net Talk Live.
From our studios in Dallas, Texas, it's the most watched TV program of its kind in the world. Broadcast to over 100 countries. It's Net Talk Live in Triplecast. Watch on TV. Listen on Coast to Coast Radio. Watch or listen on your computer via the Internet. With Internet Field Reporter Georgia Foy, Gadget Guy Dave Mathews, Web Head Luis Vallecillo, and your host, Laura Lewis. Net Talk Live is made possible by digitalconvergence.com, engineering your digital future. Shebang.com. Don't just shop, shebang. Exodus Communications, the Internet Data Center Company. So let's get started with the fun and excitement.
Hi, I'm Laura Lewis, and welcome to Net Talk Live. We're the first interactive triplecast show on the internet, radio, and television, reaching millions of internet users every week as the most watched TV show of its kind. And we want you to get involved with our show, so we invite you to follow along with the graphics you'll see on your screen and turn on your PC and surf along with us. We'll show you some useful sites and fun places to go online. And you can virtually program our show. Just go to nettalklive.com to participate in our web polls, enter contests, send us email with your questions and favorite websites. And I'm here with two internet experts, webhead Luis Vallecillo. Hi, Luis, are you ready?
I am super ready.
Okay, good, Luis. Okay, Gadget Guy, Dave Mathews. Hi, Dave, are you ready?
Laura, I'm not an expert, but I play one on TV.
These guys really are the experts. So let's go ahead and get started and see how smart they really are. Here's our first email question. This is from Rusty Hull of Sioux Falls, Iowa. And Rusty writes, can I watch HD TV broadcasts on my TV or computer? Now, that's a really good question. Let's go to our very own Gadget Guy, Dave Mathews, for an answer. Dave.
Well, you know, I have to prepare. I have to get into my lab code because this is a very, very technical question.
It's not like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde or something?
That's right. Now, clearly, on this board of resolution, you can see that a television resolution
very good.
Has 782 by 486 pixels wide. A PC generally today runs at 1024 by 768 pixels tall and wide. And HDTV, one of 18 different standards, and this, my friends, is why you do not want to buy an HDTV set yet. One of these 18 different standards is 1920 by 1080. So you can see how close the PC is to the HDTV just by adding a card like this one, which has a coaxial HD antenna input and a decoder and PCI or AGP circuitry to talk to your monitor. This is the best way to get HDTV today without having to worry about the standards battle in the future.
Dave, I have a quick question before you
go.
Pixels is that the dots?
Pixels are the dots that make up the image on both the PC and the TV.
Okay.
Now, one thing that's very different between televisions in the old days and PCs and TVs is in a TV, a scan line occurs every other frame. So what they do is call this a interlaced frame. So it scans through the whole image, then it goes back and then fills in the blanks. What your PC does is fills in each one sequentially. So that's why you have a tighter image on the PC. Now HDTV, most of the standards will do the same thing. where they scan a line at a time. So this, again, is one more reason why the PC is more suited for HDTV than your old television set that you bought in like 1968, if you're Louise.
Can you run your fingernails all the way down?
Oh, no.
Board?
I wouldn't want to do
No,
that.
no, thank you. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Gadget.
If you'd like to check out one of these boards, you can check out Hop, which is such a hideous name to spell that I've got a direct link to the Hop website through the Net Talk Live page to check out this HDTV tuner board.
All right, thanks, Dave. All right, it's time for my first hot site this week, and this is so cool. It's called TrafficStation.com, and it gives you real-time traffic conditions and construction zone notices for more than 30 metro areas in the U.S. Now, Traffic Station will come in handy almost every day, especially if you commute to work in a big city. Get on the web before you leave home, and at the end of the day, before you leave to drive home, and Traffic Station will show you what to expect before you even get in your car. Now just select your city, and the map has locations of any car accidents rated on a scale from 1 being minor to 5 being severe, and click on the number and a window pops up with an incident report. And major highways are color coded to show whether traffic is light or heavy. Now here's the best part. You can register for free with Traffic Station, enter your information for 2 personalized traffic routes, and you'll get free email warnings of incidents on your route. You can even set it up to send traffic notices to your pager or phone. What a great time saver and a great website. And of course, I have the link with my hot sites at nettalklive.com. We have a caller, and the caller is Jennifer in Lincoln, Nebraska. Hello, Jennifer. What question do you have for us?
I have a Macintosh computer, a video camera with a FireWire port, and I don't have much money left for video editing software. What choices do I have?
Okay, thanks, Jennifer. That's a really good question. Well, Power Macs and video software. Let's go to Webhead for some answers from Luis. What can you tell us about that?
Well, apparently she just bought one of those neat little video cameras that are all digital, and they have a port on it that if you have a FireWire port on your computer as well, you can transfer the video you just recorded to your computer, thus being able to edit your videos. Now, if you have any of the new Macintoshes, either an iMac or a PowerBook or one of the desktop ones that has a FireWire port, then you're in luck because Apple has just released their iMovie software, which is a very neat software to do video editing. It's very simple, extremely simple, and it's free. If you go to apple.com/iMovie, you can download the software for free and then be editing with no more money. So if you have any money left, buy some tapes, I guess.
That sounds fun. It really does. Okay, thanks, Luis. That's great. And guess who has our next website? It's Georgia, out of the studio and into the real world, hanging out again at the Main Street Internet Cafe, and she has this week's weird and funny site.
All right, you guys remember when you were little and you'd be laying out in a field of grass and you would look up at the clouds and you'd be like, oh my gosh, there's a dinosaur. Oh my gosh, there's Popeye. Well, I found a really great site that recreates that. It's called lookitsa.com. And what it is it's all these pictures of clouds that look like something. Like, all right, take a look at this one over here, way in the middle on the last row. I'm saying that looks like an elephant with a seagull on its head. Yeah? Okay, well, I got another one. Look at this one right over here. It's the last one, and it's in the middle. I'm thinking that looks like Luis because the hair is sticking straight up. You know, use your imagination. Yeah. Okay. Well, how about the one in the middle? It looks a lot like a cloud. You might want to check out lookitsa.com. It's a pretty cool site.
Funniest download is next, so don't go away.
Net Talk Live is made possible by shebang.com, Exodus Communications. Hang tight, we'll be right back.
Here we go again with another Internet's Funniest Download. Watch this. If you have a funny download, send it to us at funny@nettalklive.com, and we might just put it on the air.
welcome back. I mean, who would be so stupid as to actually try something like that?
I don't know, Laura, you gotta be crazy, a lunatic or something.
Okay. All right, Luis. Whatever you say. Are you okay? I hope so. Okay.
Yes, I'm fine.
Remember, kids should not try this at home. But what they should try out is my first hot site for this week. It's called YOW. That's right, Y-O-W, YOW. And it stands for Your Own World, a website for children ages 2 to 12 that lets them have their own world to play games and have fun learning something new every day in an environment so safe you can leave them unattended. That's because YOW is a closed area online that doesn't allow a child onto the internet. Instead, the best internet content and other education and entertainment activities are preloaded, so they go at the speed and performance of a CD-ROM. This service is completely free, and on a daily basis, YOW delivers age-appropriate content to your home computer. Check out this site, and there's a link to it from my hot sites at nettalklive.com. Now, next up, Georgia brings us a special report, a behind-the-scenes look at one of the hottest new entertainment sites on the web.
Look, I have told you, you don't push the red button until I tell you to, okay? Now, I gotta go, I'm busy. Hi there. This place probably looks familiar to you. It's the Oval Office. All right, it's not the real Oval Office. This is actually a set. This is a set that was built about 50 years ago for $80,000. And it may also look familiar to you because it's the same set that was used in JFK, in Oliver Stone's JFK, that is. Now, if you were to build this studio today, it costs tons more than $80,000. So if you wanted to make a movie, you'd have to have a gazillion little rooms like this. That'd be hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then you've got to hire the actors. And let's just hope you don't want the A-list actors. And then you've got to have camera, you've got to have crew, and then you've got to distribute the thing. So if you wanted to make a movie, you'd have to be a billionaire. At least that's the way things used to be. Now there's a place online where you can go, pick the script, you pick the actors, you can even pick the directors. Heck, you even get your own executive office. You are the film producer. It's called publicstudios.com, and we're going to show you how it works. What is publicstudios.com?
There are a lot of sites out there that are using the internet today to deliver content to consumers. Public Studios delivers consumers the content.
How does the site work?
You log on and you're immediately invited to create your own individual producer profile. And you'll immediately see, so we want to know what your favorite genres are, your favorite directors, top 10 directors, top 10 actors and actresses. You submit them, and as soon as you submit, you can see how your selections compare with the community's immediately. So once we've built a critical mass of producers on the site, member producers, we're going to download the synopses of 5 pre-existing scripts. And we're going to vote. And the script that gets the most votes, we'll make it.
So publicstudios.com, we've got to check that out.
You have to check that out. Okay, it's your studio.
So there's a hole to get out of bed. Call up your boss and tell that
Have you voted yet? See the surprising results of this week's web poll question instantly at nettalklive.com.
Welcome back to Net Talk Live. We're having a great time here. Surf along with us and learn all about the internet and the web. You'll find all the great websites and answers too at nettalklive.com. Now we have another question sent to us via email. This is from Jared Butler of Spokane, Washington. And Jared asks, why is this Napster program that I keep hearing about such a big deal? What do the record companies have against it anyway? And how do I try it? Okay, thanks to Jared for some good questions. Luis, what do you know about this?
Well, Laura, you know now there's a lot of stuff going on the web about MP3s, which is nothing more than taking a music file from a CD and putting it in a computer file that you can listen to, and it sounds just as good as a CD. Well, of course, all the record companies are up in arms about this, and Napster comes along, which is a server that compiles or finds all the other servers around the world that have shared music. So you download the little client, it connects to the server, and it connects you to somebody else who has a computer on the net and is sharing all their MP3 files. Well, of course, they claim on their disclaimer saying you should not trade and infringe on copyright, but yeah, right. Like people listen on the web.
Right.
So record companies are having a hard time and a big problem with it just because, you know, I think a rock group was Metallica. Metallica had a list of all the people that downloaded their songs. And they gave that list to Napster and said, we want you to kill all these accounts. And they went ahead and deleted the 3,500 accounts. But of course, next day, everybody just went in and signed on with a different name. And there they are again. So
Yeah.
it's a really sticky situation, a subject with the record companies, just because of the infringement.
And I definitely understand that, but hey, you know, I don't know how they can control that. Well, it's time to look at another hot site. Let's venture back out to the Main Street Internet Cafe and check in on Georgia.
No, it's coming out next month, and it's got like Benjamin Bratt in it. It's a really good movie. I hear it's a good movie anyway. Hey, I got a really cool site for you. It's called soontobereleased.com, and this is a site that tells you about everything that's coming out. Not only movies, but books, CDs, software, videos, and DVDs. A really, really fantastic site. Like, see, you can learn about this month's releases, next month's releases. It's even got releases for a year in advance. Like, if you wanted to know about this movie I'm doing, Miss Congeniality, where I play Miss USA with Sandra Bullock. Well, it's on this site. Is that really cool? Anyway, this is a fantastic site. If you're always waiting and wanting to know when your favorite movie's coming out, you've got to check out soontobereleased.com. USA.
Have you voted yet? See the surprising results of this week's web poll question instantly at nettalklive.com. Net Talk Live for the whole family. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey, we're back, and remember to check out Georgia's great websites and links to my hot sites and the helpful answers from Luis and Dave all at nettalklive.com. Let's take one last caller. On the phone, we have Philip in San Diego, California. Hi, Philip. What's your question?
Hey, I got a quick question for you guys. What's the difference between MP3 and MP2 files?
MP3, MP2.
One!
Yes, Luis,
That's
the math whiz.
people come here to
It is
listen
a
to that.
difference of one.
Yes, okay.
Sorry.
You know what the difference is? It's a little bit of a misnomer. See, MP2 or MPEG-2 is used for DVDs, it's used for satellite transmissions, etc. MPEG-2 is this high-tech encoding mechanism. MP3 is not really MPEG-3, it's MPEG-1 layer 3. What this means is it's stripped just down to the audio level or audio layer of the MPEG-1 protocol. Now, for MP3s, this gives you things like legitimate music, which is non-stolen music, gives you stolen music, which is more of the other, and then a lot of bad music, which is generally the legitimate music. So it's just a little play on words here, but remember, it's MP3 and MPEG-2. That's the right way to say it.
And speaking of stolen music, I gave a number and that was incorrect. I said 3,500 names. It was 350,000 names that Metallica gave to Napster.
That's right. And then the next day,
Wow.
magically, there were 350,000 new users for Napster. But there's another utility called Nutella.
Dave, I don't know what hazelnut chocolate spread that you put on toast has to do with anything.
Nutella.
Nutella.
Okay, anyway.
Well, the Nutella I'm talking about is another utility to help steal music or share files, and Scour.net has one, etc. But what Nutella does is lets you link to servers which can't be shut down. So it's kind of an open source movement. So if Napster gets turned off, like what's happening with the radio or the RAII, trying to turn them off, the Nutella will continue to live on because these servers are more open-based, and plus people can hack the source code of Nutella as well.
Better mousetrap.
They can make their own better search engines here.
All right, great. Nutella, I like that. Okay, well, that's it for this week. Remember to go to nettalklive.com for all the answers from the show and links to our hot sites. And did you know you can search the archives of our website and find everything that has appeared on Net Talk Live? And while you're there, send us an email. We'd love to hear from you, and also tell us what you think in this week's web poll. But before we go, I'd like to thank Dave for his wonderful wisdom, and Luis for his also wonderful wisdom, and Georgia, our fantastic band, Eden Automatic, all the behind-the-scenes folks who make this show happen. And last, but certainly not least, I'd like to thank you for watching. And do us a favor by telling your friends all about the show, and be sure to tune in next time. We've had so much fun. Hope you have too. Goodbye, everybody.
Net Talk Live has been made possible by digitalconvergence.com, engineering your digital future. Shebang.com. Don't just shop, shebang. Exodus Communications, the Internet Data Center Company. Tell all your friends and coworkers about Net Talk Live, and we'll see you again next week. Net Talk Live is a presentation of the Digital Broadcasting and Communications Network and is produced by Infotainment Telepictures.